Archaya Simha Rupine Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Pragan Keshava Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Namine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Viragya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambo Bodhe Padambujaya Te Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varyate Gaura Vibrava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Visanjan Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhuma Sri Jagannathaye Te Nama Vanchakapatarubhyasta Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavadanyanya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauda Tvese Nama Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanka Gourangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priye
Jayatam Surato Pangur Mamamanda Matergati Matsarvasva Parambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Brindaranya Kalpadrumada Shimarat Nagara Simhasanashto Shishi Radha Shidagovinda Devo Breshanibi Sevimano Swarami Shri Marasarasarambi Vamshivatatatashtitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shriestuna Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachaya Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Page 23. I move to. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to sing. Krishna hoite jato mukha, hoya Krishna sevan mukha. Brahma hoite nara dera mohati, narada hoite vyasa, madhvaka he vyasa dasa, taha hoite. Purna pragna padmana bhagavati Nihari madhava vamshe Akshobhya paramahamse Shishaboli angi karakori Akshobhya shisha jaya Titaname parichaya Taha hoite madangindu tohore Taha hoite doya nidhi Daradasya vidya nidhi Rajendra hoiro taha hoite Tahara kinkara jaya Damaname parichaya Parampara Janabaramohate Jayandamada Sikyati Shri Purushottama Jati Tahoite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri Vyasa Tirtha Tara Dasa Lakshmi Pati Vyasa Dasa Tahoite Madhavendra Puri Madhavendra Puri Vara Shisha Vara Shishvara Nityananda Shri Advaita Vibhu Ishvara Purike Danya Gauranya Shri Chaitanya Jaganguru Gaura Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayanya Rupanuga Janira Jivana Vishwambara Priyankara Rupa Damodara Shri Goswami Rupa Sanatana Rupa Prima Jana Jiva Raghunatahana Charapriya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priyamvara Narottama Seva Pada Charapada Vishwanatha Hasha Vishwanatha Bhakta Santa Baladeva Jagannatha Charapriya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vada Shri Gaura Kishora Vada Hari Bhajan Tejara Moda Shri Vashava Navi Vada Sada Sevya Seva Pada Ita Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Gauriya Vedanta Veta Maya Varo Tamohanta Gauravani Prachara Chadama Prachariro Gauravani Bhakti Vedanta Swami Puraniro Prabhupada Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamanana Rayanhana Gauravani Tade Pranadana E Sava Hari Jana Gauranga Nijan Jana Tadeda Uchiste Modakama Guru Parampara 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 Guru Parampara. I haven't done it in that key before, so it's like figuring it out. Is it? No, 36. Okay. Vrindavanavasi jato Vaishnaveda gana Vartame vandana kori Sabara charana Nilachala vasi jato Mahaprabhu gana Bhumite poriya vando Sabara charana Navadvipa vasi jato Mahaprabhu bhakta Sabara charana vando Hoyanurokta Mahaprabhu bhakta jato Gaura deshe stiti Sabara charana vando Gauriya pranati Jedeshe jedeshe baise Gaurangera gana Gurvabahu kori vando Sabara charana Hoyachena hoi benat Prabhu jato dasa Sabara charana vando Dante Kori Gosha Brahmanda Torite Shakti Dare Jane Jane Evera Purane Guna Gaya Jebashune Mahaprabhu Gana Sabha Patita Pavana Tai lobi mui papi doi nushadana. Vandana kori te mui kato shakti tori. Tamo budi doshe mui damba matra kori. Tatapi mukera bhagya manera ulasha. Dokshak shami mo dame koroni jadasa. Sava vancha siri hoy. Yama vanda chute. Jagate dulaba hoy. Premandana lute. Manera vasana puna. Hachirate hoya. Devakina nana dasa. Elo Vekoya Jayo Vaishnav Thakur 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 Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur. Okay, 200. I'm glad we're gonna do it Amonodharmati because I've been practicing, but I know I don't have it like. Yeah.
Nice. And Vasanti's been wanting me to learn Atma Nivedana on 208 Sharanagati as well.
Is it the same tune?
It's
similar, right?
It's Amonodharmati.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Oh, I messed that one up somewhere. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayabhada Sanatana Dasara Gunata Sri Gopala Bhatta Bhattara Gunata Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivedoya Kori Swaparshada Sriya Dhamma Sahavatori Adyanta Durabha Prema Kori Baridana Shikaye Sharanagati Bhakatera Pahana Danya Atmani Vedana Gomtrip Vevarana Avasharakshi Be Krishna Veshvasapalana Bhakti Anukula Matra Kaya Rasmikara Bhakti Pratikura Bhava Vajanangikara Sharanga Sharanagati Hoi Bejahara Tahara Pratana Shune Shenanda Kumara Rupasanatana Pade Dante Trinakori Bhakati Vinoda Pade Dupada Dori Kandiya Kandiya Bole Hamito Adama Shikaye Sharanagati Karahe Utama Jayo Marpashana Jayo Gora Hari Sarpashada Jaya Gora Hari Jayo Swarparashada Jayo Gora Hari Swarparashada Jayo Gora Hari. There we go. 66.
I do not have this on Mridanga yet, so I will switch to Kartals.
Oh, good. time you hit the full moon.
Haribo.
Right on. Hare Krishna.
I'm always ready, man.
66, you said?
66. Yes, sir. How do you feel about reading the translation before singing the song?
I think it's crazy we know what we're saying before we say it.
Exactly. Okay. All right, cool. So, yeah, you can do that, and I'll read it. Oh, Lord, I am so unfortunate to have fallen into this material world, but you have sent an exalted soul, one of your own associates, to save me. Being compassionate upon seeing me in such a fallen condition, he said, O humbled soul, listen to this good advice by which your heart will become joyful. To deliver you, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has descended to the land of Navadvip. He has conducted so many poor and lowly souls like you across the ocean of material existence. In order to fulfill the promise of the Vedas, he has appeared with a golden complexion as the son of Brahmana, known by the name Mahaprabhu. He and his brother, the Avadut Nityananda, have caused all of Nadia to become maddened in divine ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya, who is directly the son of Nanda, has saved the world by distributing his own holy name. You go also and receive your deliverance. O Lord, hearing these words, Bhaktivinoda has come to your lotus feet. Weeping, he tells the story of his life.
Oh, that's wait.
You got it? Emanadurmaji samsarabijari puryachinuami emanadurmaji samsarabijari Puryachinuami Tavani Jajan Kona Mahajane Nijajan Kova Mahajane Tavani Jajan Kona Mahajane Tavani Jajan Kona Mahajane Pataya dile to me, dile to me. Emana dermati samsara bichare podiya chinuami. Emana dermati samsara bichare. Padiyachinoami Daya kori more Patita dekhiya Koilo amanagiya Kamya koriyane Patita dekhiya Ohe dinajan sunabalo kota Ohe dinajan sunabalo kota Dinajan sunabalo Ulasi jabe Emanadurmaji samsara bitare Padiyachinuami Durmati samsara bitare Padiyachinuami Tomara tarije Sri Krishna Chaitanya Navadipe Avatar Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Navadivite
Yara.
Bhattacharya
Tomahe no kato dinai na jane. Tomahe no kato dinai na jane. Tomahe no kato dinahi na jane. Tomahe no kato dinahi na jane. Korile na bhava para. Korile na bhava Emana dharmati samsara bitare. Padiya chinu ami Nadamati samsara vitare Vadera pratiyan Rakhibare tare Rukmavarna viprasuta Pratiyan Rakhibare tare Rukmavarna viprasuta Mahaprabhu name Nadia Mataya Mahaprabhu name Nadia Mataya Mahaprabhu name Nadia Mataya Sange Baya Duta Emana dharmati samsar bitare Padiya chinu ami Dharmati samsara bitare Padiya chinu ami Nanda Sutajini Chaitanya Gosai Nijaname Koridana Nanda Sutajini Chaitanya Gosai Nijaname Koridana Charilo Jagat Tumiya Jaya Jaya Charilo Jagat Tumiya Jaya Laho Ninja Paritrana Paritrana Emana dharmati samsara bitare Padiya chinu ami Samsara bitare Padiya chinu Sekata suniya Asiya chinata Tamara charane tale Tamara chinata Tamara charane tale Bakati vinoda Kadiya kadiya Bakati vinoda Kadiya kadiya Apana kaini bole Apana kaini bole Emana dharmati samsar bitare Padiya chinu ami Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gora Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gora Hari Jaya Sachinandan Nitai He Gora He Nitai He Gora He Nitai He Gora He Gota hey, Gota hey. Evil. Okay.
Got 8 minutes, so let's do Radha Krishna.
Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna Pranamur.
Sure. Jagan Prabhu, do you know Bhajan for Radha Krishna?
I know one for Hare Krishna, but I was thinking a different one for Thakur on 34. But if you want to do Radha Krishna, no, let's see.
Well, we
already covered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just covered that.
So we got Radha Krishna and then the Maha Mantra. Do you know Radha Krishna Pranamur?
How about you're talking about 278?
278.
You know that one?
I mean, we can go through it.
No, like that's one that Guru Devi usually says for the Mangala Charanam, but we don't. I don't know any melodies for singing it. Do you know one?
I mean, I don't know a particular one other than Kirpati Adi Radha. I'd go with the same one we just had. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you think that's what he was asking? Because he was saying actually on page 123. He was asking if you know that one.
Yeah. 123. It goes along the same tune as Goranga Bolite Habib.
Go ahead. You can read that one.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
I can probably do this one
Oh, that's a good one.
on the Danga. Let's see how this will go. Radha Krishna Pranamara Jugala Kishora Jivana Negati Arana Hemara Radha Krishna Pranamara Jugala Kishora Jivane Marane Gati Anana Kalindira Kule Keli Kadembera Vana Ratana Vedira Upa Posabode Duna Kalindira Kule Keli Kadembera Shamagora Ange Dimbo Chandere Raganda Chamaradula Bokabe Eribo Muka Chandra Chandere Raganda Eribo Mumukanda Gatia Malyati Rama Maladi Bodova Gale Adhare Chulaya Dibo Karpura Chambule Lalita Vishakadi Chatoshaki Vrinda Ajnaya Koribo Deva Charanara Vrinda Lalita Vishakadi Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasaranu Dasa Seva Bilasa Kare Narottama Dasa Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasaranu Dasa Seva Bilasa Kare Narottama Dasa Radha Krishna Pranamara Jugala Kishora Jivana Marine Gati Haramahi Mora Radha Krishna Pranamara Jugala Kishora Jivane Marane Gati Haranahi Mora Radha He Krishna He Radha He Krishna He Radha He Krishna He Radha He Jaya Radha Raman Hare Radha Raman Hare Radha Raman Hare mantra. Let's get it. Jagannath.
All right.
Yeah, you.
You got it. Go quick into it. Hare Krishna, Had. Oh, do you want to start?
No, you want this?
No, it's better one at a time in my brain to go. Is that all right? All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Haribo, Haribo, Gora Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo. Haribo! I know you guys had time schedule, right? I heard you said 8 minutes, so I didn't want to go too far. Jai Shri Guru Devi Ki.
What shall we do? You look 10 years younger.
You say that every time I say
Alive, much more alive than we are. Agyanam timirandasya Gyananjana salakaya Chaksurun militam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Todalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Yang Pravrajantam Manupetam Apetya Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Taruajuhava Putre Ditan Mayataya Taravo Benedus Tang Sarva Bhuta Hridayam Muni Manatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparada Lakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Taranga Madhye Kripa Mai Twang Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Tavaivasmi Najivami Tam Vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Lalita Shabadha Kimaparavashishtam Pushti Maryadi Yormi Yadi Vadati Chakinshit Smiraha Soditasvir Dvijavadamani Panktya Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikhanda Shekara Smiraha Samurali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanidhe Swapriya Charanakin Kari Kuru Prananata Vrishabhanu Nandani Srimakabjara Salola Satapada Radhika Padatale Kritastitim Tam Bhajame Rasikendra Shekara Sambidaya Dashane Trinam Bibo Prartaye Brajamahendra Nandan Astu Mohan Tavati Ballabha Janma Janmani Madhiswari Priya. If Sri Radha is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing superior for me to attain, because I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose murli flute enchants the minds, and who are most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari, or maidservant, at the feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus-like face. O Rasikendra Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who enchants the minds of all. Taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. First I offer in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhakti Vedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj. To Srila Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to our grandfather gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti began Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all his divine associates and to all the assembled devotees. And to the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. Today we're celebrating two very holy days. We just missed a couple of disappearance days, which we'll make up for now One is Shishimad, both are godbrothers of ours, Srila Prabhupada. And one is Shishimad Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. Is it possible to move this over that way? Thanks. And Shishimad Bhakti Tirtha, Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj. So first, we'll hear, because we know and always remember the statements of Srila Bharati Maharaj, that if we miss these days, obstacles come in our path of bhakti. And if we observe these days, they personally give us auspiciousness and take away our obstacles. Generally, Srila Prabhupada, that is, and we're reading from Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj's book called My Beloved Masters, which is a combination of his lectures given at various times about these personalities. Generally, Srila Prabhupada would grant, Prabhupada here means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of our spiritual master, and the spiritual master of these great personalities. Generally, Srila Prabhupada would grant Diksha mantras to aspiring devotees only on the specific recommendation of senior devotees. Prior to awarding Diksha, the birth names of the aspiring initiates would be noted in a register. Alongside each of those names, Prabhupada would personally choose and write a suitable Vaishnava name to be conferred to each aspiring devotee. I think we do that here. And his guru, Srila Ban Maharaj, also has a whole register of names. On the day Sri Srimad Bhakti Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj was to receive Diksha, Prabhupada had written down the name Sri Sarvesvara Das Brahmachari beside his previous name. When Srila Bhabati Maharaj presented himself in Prabhupada's quarters to receive the mantras, a devotee mistakenly told him that he would not be receiving Diksha on that day. He replied, "It's only appropriate that things proceed according to my adhikar." To see the humility, that's the qualification of somebody qualified to receive Diksha. Appropriate that things proceed according to my adhikar, or qualification. It's quite sufficient for me to learn how to properly honor and chant the Harinam I have most mercifully received. Overhearing this, Prabhupada awarded him Diksha, but changed the name he had written from Sarvesvara to Swadikarananda, which means who delights in his qualification. The next section is called Simple Living, High Thinking. Srila Babaji Maharaj perfectly exemplified the maxim, Siddha Jivan Ucha Vichar, simple living and high thinking. You know, that's our Prabhupada's motto too. He taught us that. On his upper body, he wore a patuwa, an armless shirt with 2 pockets sewn onto the front, and around his waist he wore a short, knee-length cloth. In the winter, he found it sufficient to wrap himself in a simple blanket and go about his business. Although he always accepted others' gifts, he rarely used them on himself. Instead, he would distribute them amongst the Vaishnavas of Vrindavan. What did we already learn?
Don't keep things for yourself, but to give them to the others, especially give them to the Vaishnavas of Vrindavan.
And what else?
It's to remain in one's adhikar. That true humility and true being able to receive Diksha is having the humility to accept one's adhikar.
Or to, because that was not his adhikar. He had the adhikar for receiving Diksha, but he considered his adhikar lower than it was, and that's the qualification. That's what made him humble. Srila Babaji Maharaj would say, Sri Narada Rishi instructed the hunter Magrari. He was a terrible hunter. He used to half kill so many animals just to see them scream. He instructed the hunter to break and throw away his bow, give up all concerns for his livelihood, and simply perform bhajan. After promising he would arrange for all of Magrari's necessities, Narada Rishi left that place. When he returned 6 months later, I was always wondering how long it was. He returned 6 months later, and Magrari said, Gurudev, please do not send so many things. Devarshi Narada told him to use whatever he needed and distribute the rest. Same principle. This is a quote from Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. I have taken the lesson of this story to heart. I consider all the items people give me as having been sent by my Prabhupada as a manifestation of his mercy. I never think that a particular person, per se, is giving these items. Rather, I considered such donors as postmen sent by my Gurudev. Very interesting. To deliver various items on his behalf. Whatever I need, I keep, and whatever I have no use for, I distribute to the other devotees. Next title is His Carefree Detachment. What did we just learn?
Whatever I get, he just takes for himself and gives the rest to the other devotees.
And it's all coming from Guru.
Yeah. Not anybody else. What are the people? Postmasters. A Brijbasi once donated a piece of land to Srila Babaji Maharaj in Raman Reti, Vrindavan, with the assistance of a few devotees. Babaji Maharaj secured construction materials like bricks, gravel, sand, stone, cement, and had them delivered to the site. However, when he visited the land just a couple of days before the scheduled cornerstone layout ceremony, the brother of the donor approached Babaji Maharaj and said, "The land my brother donated to you was not this land, but actually the adjacent lot. Please construct your bhajan kutir over there." When Babaji Maharaj heard this, he said, "Forget it, brother. I have no need for this bhajan kutir. My godbrothers have many places of their own, and they readily offer me shelter at their lotus feet. If I am faced with issues before construction of my own place, I can imagine what's going to happen later. I can only imagine the grief I should expect in the future. Please keep this land for yourself. Hare Krishna." As Srila Babaji Maharaj turned to leave, the man told him, "Wait, at least take all your building materials with you. You can use them elsewhere." "Keep them," he said. "They're now yours." When Srila Babaji Maharaj told me about this incident, he remarked, "The nature of material possessions is such that the greed to own them causes conflict between brothers." Like the Bagh Bazar Gaudiya Math that Srila Prabhupada gave to his disciples, he said before they were very friendly with each other, but as soon as they got that big fancy mat, they all decided, "This is my room, no, this is my room, no, this is my room. And I should have the best of this and that." So Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, decided better to sell all the bricks in the building and print books. And our Prabhupada said, and I followed that. Babaji Maharaj was so detached that he was completely disinterested to meet the donor of that land even once. he thought it to be a waste of time. Next section. In other words, he didn't want to meet him to see, like, what's really going on here. Inspiring grand service while remaining possessionless. Once, while he was visiting the house of Sri Banvadi Lal Singhania in Calcutta, the Singhani is very rich. His family became disciples of our Prabhupada. He performed kirtan throughout the entire night. In the morning, Sri Banavadi Lal Singhania's niece told her father, Srimati Radharani was dancing to the beat of Babaji Maharaj's kirtan the entire time he sang. Later that morning, when Sri Banvadi Lal Singhasaniya tried to offer Srila Babaji Maharaj a donation, Babaji Maharaj said to him, I have no need for anything. If you truly want to offer some service, then arrange to build a temple at the place of my Guru Pad Padma appearance, that is, Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his appearance place in Jagannath Puri, which Sri Madhav Maharaj has acquired. Sri Banvadi Lal Singhania began to cry. When his sister-in-law asked him why he was crying, he told her everything and considered, I am sure the three of us, my father, my brother, and I, can manage to build a temple. After consulting with his family, it was decided that they would surely construct a temple there. Vasanti and I were there. It's in Jagannath Puri. It's the appearance place of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Very famous place now. Then, in this way, Babaji Maharaj's encouragement and inspiration accomplished such a great service, though he himself was possessionless and maintained his life by begging alms. Next topic, sweetly welcoming a godbrother. In 1956, Guru Maharaj, that is Srila Bhakti Doit Madhav Goswami Maharaj, this is Srila Bharati Maharaj speaking. Guru Maharaj traveled to Mathura from Calcutta in a reserved coach, accompanied by a large group of devotees, to lead Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math's Sri Brajamandala Parikrama. Along with Sri Dinabandhu Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj traveled to the Mathura railway station all the way from his residence at Srila Sanatana Goswami's Bhajan Kutir in Nandagaon, Vrindavan. When Guru Maharaj and his party arrived at the station, Babaji Maharaj jubilantly welcomed them by performing exceptionally beautiful Sankirtan and sweetly playing mridanga. He used to say, Sri Madhav Maharaj is especially venerable for having carefully protected the tradition of performing Sri Braj Mandal Parikrama, a practice Srila Prabhupada had earlier re-established. So he knows how to honor devotees and welcome them. Next section is his heart-touching kirtan. In 1962, after the conclusion of the Kumbh Mela in Haridwar, it so happened, that's a big, like enormous festival. Millions of people go. It so happened that by chance, Guru Maharaj and the presiding Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Math traveled to Dehradun at the same time with separate preaching parties. It was during this time in Dehradun that Srila Krishna Das Babaji left the Sri Chaitanya Math party and, with his little bundle of bedding in hand, met with Guru Maharaj at Gita Bhavan. Guru Maharaj was just finishing his morning lecture when Babaji Maharaj arrived. Seeing him, Guru Maharaj became overwhelmingly delighted and called out, Babaji Maharaj, Madhurenas Mahapayat. You know what that means? So it means everything should end with sweetness. Or with sweet, as it says here, with sweetness we conclude. Please retire this assembly with your melodious kirtan. Like this big festival, let's end it with your kirtan. Srila Babaji Maharaj then sang, Sake Kalaya Godamudaram. At that time, which is a glorification of Mahaprabhu being in Radharani's mood. At that time, my godbrother Sri Bhakti Prasad Puri Maharaj said to me, Sanskrit kirtans like this do not suit the audience here. Who will understand its meaning? Only Nam kirtans like Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe will be appreciated. I did not respond to this, but I remained silent. When Babaji Maharaj concluded the kirtan by chanting the Maha Mantra, the in charge of Gita Bhavan, an elderly gentleman wearing large pendant earrings, jumped to his feet and called out, Sona, Sona. What is he saying? I asked Puri Maharaj. Sona is Punjabi for very beautiful, he replied. I then asked, you were saying that Srila Babaji Maharaj's kirtan would not be well received here, and that no one would understand it. If this is the case, why is this person saying very beautiful? Is he not Punjabi? Yes, he is Punjabi, he said, but I do not have the answer to your question. Let's find out. The next day, Guru Maharaj asked another person, an expert singer, to perform kirtan before his class. 2 minutes into the kirtan, the same elderly person stood up and, with folded hands, he said, Please request Babaji Maharaj to sing. Although we do not understand the words he sings, his voice touches our heart. Guru Maharaj then asked Babaji Maharaj to perform kirtan. And Babaji Maharaj sang Namami Nanda Nandanam and Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite and Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande and other Sanskrit kirtans, and everyone listening was immensely pleased. After the kirtan, I told Puri Maharaj, according to my understanding, there are 3 reasons these people appreciate his kirtans, despite having no understanding of Sanskrit. Firstly, Bhagavan himself has said, Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tistami Narada. I am present wherever my devotees sing my glories. Having become Anyavilasi Sunyam, or free from even the slightest tinge of extraneous desires, Babaji Maharaj performs kirtan from the core of his heart and thereby engages in Anukulyena Krishnanusiyuvanam, a favorable activity performed purely for the pleasure of Krishna. His kirtan is thereby fully capable of compelling Krishna, the embodiment of bliss, to appear and turn this place into his residence. Krishna says, that's where I live. I don't live in Vaikuntha. I don't live in the heart of the yogi. I live where my devotees are chanting my glories. And that's why in the palace of Rukmini in Dwarka, Krishna was palace, or were they all at Kurukshetra? Anyway, the queens were all meeting with Narada Muni and they were telling him or asking him, why is it that we're the most beautiful, us 16,000 queens, we're the most opulent? They were asking Rohini. You know Rohini? She's the mother of Balaram. She's actually a Brijbasi, but she came to Dwarka with Balaram. So the queens were asking her, like, okay, we're the most beautiful, most opulent, but Krishna never thinks of us. At night in bed, he calls out to Radharani, Lalita, even to the cows. Oh, Shamali, Dabali, Nandimukhi? Murdangamukhi. Supriye is the names of Krishna's cows. He never, it's like he doesn't even know we're here. And he completely wets his bed, crying in separation for them. So why is that? So Rohini starts answering. And in the meantime, telling about the glories of the Brijbasis and the gopis, Mother Yasoda. In the meantime, Krishna himself is in an assembly hall with great kings, munis, relatives who've traveled so far to come there to meet with him. And as soon as he heard that, he immediately disappeared. I mean, he got up, ran out, followed by Balaram, and appeared just outside the door where Rohini was speaking. And then finally Rohini stopped because, so they were listening like that. They were listening at the door. Subhadra was guarding because no men were allowed. And they were listening, and as they were listening, they started turning into Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra because they were in such ecstasy hearing about the love of the gopis and the Brijbasis that they just, everything contracted. And so, so then Rohini stopped. She just couldn't go on anymore. And then they got back their regular bodies, came in, and told Narada that, so we're so indebted to you, just ask us for any boon. And then Narada said, well, that form that you had outside the door, let that form be somewhere in the world so that everyone can understand the greatness of the gopis. So because Rohini was singing the glories of the Brijbasis, therefore Krishna couldn't stay where he was. He had to go there. That's the point. Okay, so Krishna was at the kirtan of Babaji Maharaj. Yeah.
Santi told me you have a meeting at 11:15, and there's another.
I thought it was 11:30.
I could be wrong.
So could I. Why? What?
Because then you only have 10 minutes to listen to the person to glorify.
I'm sorry?
If it's 11:15, then there's only 10 minutes and then one more person to glorify. So I just wanted to.
Exactly. I was thinking of doing that tomorrow because this is so amazing. I was thinking of discussing him the whole time. Don't you want to hear more about him, everybody? And then tomorrow we can discuss. Tomorrow is, Saturday. I'll talk to Vasanti about what time everybody has to leave tomorrow to go to the festival. Can you ask Vasanti, is it 11:15 or 11:30? Thanks.
If we do tomorrow, can we also do, it was Srila Bhakti Kushum Shravana Maharaj.
Sure. Yeah. So he compelled Krishna to appear and turn this place into Goloka Vrindavan. That's why everyone was so happy to hear the kirtans. When the embodiment of bliss is personally present, isn't it only logical that everyone present will experience bliss, directly or indirectly? According to this verse, bhakti is infused in the heart by the bhakti already present in another's heart. That's where it comes from. From bhakti comes bhakti. Although language is essential in communicating matters of the heart, for one whose heart is devoid of bhakti, mere knowledge of language is insufficient to inspire bhakti in the hearts of others. It is only because of the pure bhakti in the heart of one's words that divine power is infused. Thirdly, Babaji Maharaj's kirtan is the very embodiment of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's words. Hridaya hoite boli, jivara agrete chali, shabda rupe kare nitya. When one speaks from one's heart, Krishna dances on one's tongue in the form of sound. This is what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Krishna dances on the tongue in the form of sound. It is for this reason that Babaji Maharaj's kirtan touches the hearts of those who hear it. Next section. Did she say? Okay. One time, Babaji Maharaj joined our Braj Mandal Parikrama party while we were camped at Sri Brahmandagat.
She said 11:30, but she said you should go to your computer by 11:20.
Okay. So, one time, Babaji Maharaj joined our Braj Mandal Parikrama party while we were camped at Brahmandagat. At that time, I was charged with the service of managing suitable lodgings for the pilgrims and was staying in a rather humble shed-like structure. This is Srila Bharati Maharaj speaking. Srila Babaji Maharaj decided it was favorable for his bhajan, and so he set up his bedding there next to mine. I was immediately apprehensive. He's like a guru to me, because the godbrother of one's Diksha Guru is also regarded like a guru. It is inappropriate for me to stay with him as if he is some familiar roommate. Remaining honest, I humbly told him, Babaji Maharaj, your sleep is likely to be disturbed if you stay here, because I get up many times during the night to check on the camp patrol to make sure everybody's okay on the parikrama. Please allow me to arrange a more suitable place for you. No, Babaji Maharaj said. You will not disturb me. Perform your service without worry for my comfort. During those nights together, I observed that no matter how many times I got up and came back, he would be sitting upright in his mosquito net, chanting the Harinam Maha Mantra the whole night through. He chanted in a very soft voice so as not to disturb the devotees nearby. He was always incredibly sensitive and considerate when it came to the convenience of others. What did we just learn?
He didn't want his own place. He was fine just being.
Louder?
He didn't want his own quarters. He wanted to just be with everyone else in the parikrama party.
And what else?
And he would stay up all night chanting Harinam.
How did he chant? Loud?
Loud and spinera.
Huh?
Softly, spinera.
Softly what?
And his spine was erect. Like he wasn't like laying down and chanting. He was.
With an erect spine, he chanted softly so that he wouldn't wake up anybody and inconvenience them. Next, his exemplary humility. He always remained equiposed. He did not respond to praise with immodest gushing, like milk boiling over, or by becoming puffed up like an inflated balloon. Nor would he flare up into a fit of rage at criticism. In either situation, he would simply say, Hare Krishna, and move on. Once, one of his godbrothers wrote him an insulting letter in language quite unbefitting a Vaishnava. Babaji Maharaj responded by writing, "Oh, Vaishnava Thakur, you have written the truth because you really love and care for me. Previously, you used to encourage me through your praise. But through your recent letter, you have bestowed your most sincere mercy upon me." Srila Babaji Maharaj was always absorbed in the most exemplary humility. Next section. What did we just learn?
He was always
Louder.
He was always incredibly humble, and he wouldn't just like do the fake humility. He would always respond Hare Krishna,
And
and he wasn't puffed up like a balloon
when he got,
when he got praise.
and
And
when he got insults,
still Hare Krishna.
that's all.
He even wrote a letter to his godbrother who had insulted him and was genuinely offering him gratitude, saying, "You're now looking out for my, thank you for looking out for my well wishes and for truly."
Yeah, this is the real mercy that you're giving me now, not before when you praised me. Next section, a friend to all. Srila Babaji Maharaj was Ajat Satru, means his enemy was never born. Somebody might have considered him their enemy, but he never considered anyone else his enemy. Although he divided most of his time between the association of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Hriday Ban Goswami Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj, he would freely visit all his godbrothers without any inhibition. The bond between him and Guru Maharaj was especially thick. His postcards to Guru Maharaj would always begin with the words, "To the supremely merciful Sripad Madhav Maharaj." Very nice. And they never consisted of any more than a couple of sentences. Were any of you around in the postcard days? You know what a postcard is? Those who read, okay. And they never consisted of more than a couple of sentences. Okay. He said, I have five more minutes. Those who read his letters or heard him speak were thoroughly convinced that he was entirely indifferent to discussing worldly matters. Next section, performing kirtan during Guru Maharaj's disappearance pastime. Babaji Maharaj was well known for savoring the taste of Krishna Nam, as he was constantly performing kirtan wherever he went. He was particularly keen on performing kirtan of Sri Krishna Nam Mahamantra, and he would become so overjoyed to hear others chanting it that his eyes and face would blossom. A few days before Guru Maharaj manifested, means Srila Bhakti Doit Madhav Maharaj, before he manifested his disappearance pastime, Babaji Maharaj came to the Kolkata branch of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. Every day during his stay, he would sit nearby Guru Maharaj and deeply absorb himself in performing kirtan. The night before Guru Maharaj entered Nitya Leela, because devotees don't die, pure devotees, they just enter into Krishna's eternal pastimes. But they were already in Krishna's eternal pastimes. They just manifested here for our benefit for some time. The night before he entered Nitya Leela, Babaji Maharaj performed Hari Kirtan in the Gaudiya library, adjoining Guru Maharaj's Bhajan Kutir, all night long in a mood of painful separation. When Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj heard this, he said, I too wish to leave this world, while listening to the kirtan of Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, who was perfected in chanting the holy name. When Srila Babaji Maharaj saw that Guru Maharaj's disciples were suddenly without shelter, he overwhelmed us with boundless affection and encouraged us from the core of his heart to preach the message of Guru Garanga.
I have a question. If the pure devotee is already in Nitya Leela, then why do we say they're entering into Nitya Leela when they're constantly?
It's just a saying.
Okay.
Okay. Last section. Mercifully granting me the opportunity to serve him. Once, when Srila Babaji Maharaj enacted the pastime of becoming ill, I stayed with him for some days after he was admitted to the hospital in Delhi. When I was informed I have to leave for some other urgent service, I engaged my godbrother, Sri Naveen Madan. Isn't that interesting? I was wondering if I made up the name, but it's here. Sri Naveen Madan, Brahmachari. I mean, I saw the words, but I didn't know if it was a name. I took a chance. Sri Naveen Madan Brahmachari. I engaged him in the service. After completing my service elsewhere, I returned to the hospital to serve Babaji Maharaj. Upon my arrival, he softly told me, "When you serve me, I do not feel the slightest bit awkward or hesitant. I prefer your service over that of all others." You know how that is? Somebody, you feel uncomfortable taking service from some, and some you feel like they're your own body, or expansions in your own body, and you feel very comfortable to take their service. By enacting the pastime of falling ill, he who would rarely accept service from anyone bestowed great blessings upon me by granting me the opportunity to serve him. Gaur Premanandi. Srila Bhakti Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. We have 30 seconds to say what you learned from this.
Be more tolerant than a tree.
What does that mean? It's too abstract.
That
What do you do?
You can take anything, you're not gonna give it back in the negative form. You're gonna still give the fruit of bhakti and devotion to your god brother and god sister.
Even if they
regardless of
insult
fire,
you,
insult,
you praise them.
praise them.
And the insults are the real mercy.
And the insult, thinking that, the insults of the real mercy, yes? Anybody else? Know anything? Remember anything?
He didn't do anything to disturb others. He didn't do anything to disturb
He
others
didn't want to inconvenience anybody.
to the point of when, and many examples, but I was thinking of when he was in the Parikram party and he would chant very softly all night, but in such a way that it wouldn't disturb anybody else.
Good. And he said to Srila Bharati Maharaj that no way am I going to be inconvenienced by you. You just go on with your services. And he was up all night doing what? Chanting. Nam. Okay, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much. Panchakalpaturibhyascha kripasinubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Premanandi.